Hey guys, Commissioner here. It is football season. It's back, and things are cooking. Yes. Uh, so, as you guys know, I have made a couple trades. My goal going into the year was to make a couple moves. Um, I felt like I was probably a little heavy at running back. Tired of just fucking points sitting on my bench. I dealt. Uh, I dealt Aaron Jones, and then I dealt David Johnson yesterday. So, I mean, not moves that I like super wanted to make, but I knew I had to make them. But it is hard to let go of those kinds of players. Um, and we'll get to those trades in a minute. I did just notice we have breaking news right now. You guys will already know about it by the time you watch this video, but there is a trade pending my review. It is Peyton Barber for a second rounder. Not bad. Way to go, Ricky. Yeah, I'm going to process that trade right now. Boom. All rosters are good. So I'm going to dive into the trade stuff for a minute, and then I'm going to go into my top 10 best values in this league. Top 10 best values in the league. My opinion, these are not facts, even though they kind of are because I'm saying it. And then what I'm going to do next week, next week. So next weekend, the rookie draft starts. So what I'm going to do is Friday night, the day before the draft starts, I'm going to make a video. And in the video, I'm going to give my top 15 rookies in order of where I think they should be drafted, I guess. I'll give a little more context in the video as far as like how I'm ranking them, because I don't even really know yet. But I'm not going to release that said video until we are past the 15th pick in the rookie draft. Then I will release a video saying, giving my top 15 rookies in the rookie draft this year. So let's rewind a minute and go back to the trades. So really interesting with the trade that I made with Yacht. So when we made the trade, like honest to God, I thought it was like a super fair trade. I'm giving up two really good players, and he's giving me some picks, and that's what I was looking for. So thought it was a super fair trade, and then Prusky got on my ass right away, texted me immediately within 20 seconds of it going through. What the fuck? And I'm like, damn, I didn't think it was a bad trade. And I don't know. So I thought a lot about it, and I'm not trying to, make it seem like I'm like trying to rip people off or anything. I thought it was a good trade. And then Gar came out with his post, and then shortly after that, I got a couple other, some more input from a couple other owners on the other side saying they thought I got ripped off. And this is a couple people besides Burns. So then I felt a little better, but it really got me thinking just how intriguing that trade was, and how intriguing a lot of trades are. You have so many dynamics, like how people value picks, how people value players more than picks. Like, as we all know, Burns, he just doesn't value picks that high. I do. I don't think I value them as high as Gar and Prusky do, but that's their prerogative. I value them high, just I don't think I value them as high as those two. Burns doesn't value them hardly at all. But yeah, really interesting. And as I said, the first year, this league is going to be, very open. The reason that I wanted to have control over most of the trades is because I don't want, I don't want agendas to set who can trade with who. If you think that you're making your team better, I want you to fucking do what you think is going to make your team better. You're paying $100. As long as there's no fire sales, go for it. Um, and I think I've made that pretty consistent. I haven't vetoed a trade. But I haven't felt like anybody in this league has ever tried to tank or, tried, I don't think there's ever been collusion. I think this league is very competitive. Um, but I did think it was really interesting. I had 3 or 4 people on one side, 3 or 4 people way on the other side, and then there's me, and I'm assuming Yacht, that thought it was just a good trade. Um, so yeah, really, really interesting. So um, yeah, if you have any other questions on it, let me know. But yeah, so let's get into um, let's get into my top 10 best values. And this is, again, stupid list that I made. So at number 10, of course, I'm going to start out with one of my players. At number 10, I'm going to start with Joe Mixon. He's $13. Obviously, I think he's a stud. I traded Aaron Jones and I traded David Johnson because I think Joe Mixon, if he's healthy, is I think he's going to be a top 5 running back this year. And I know there are some. When you look at the top 5, there's Zeke if he's playing. There's Le'Veon Bell. There's Elvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, David Johnson. There are some stud running backs. I think Joe Mixon is as good as all of them. That's what I think. And he's fucking $13. So I have Joe Mixon starting off my list at number 10. Number 9, Juju Smith-Schuster, $5. I know some of you are probably going to say, oh, we should be higher up on this list. I actually took a little bit of time to look at points scored, and I know situations change, circumstances have changed since last year, but I'm looking at dollars, points scored, where everybody is. Juju was 40th in the league in scoring, and yes, that does include a lot of quarterbacks, a quarterback-heavy league. And there's no Antonio Brown there, but I have a hard time putting him up there, especially when you hear what the rest of my list is. So I got Juju at number 9, though. Awesome value, $5. Take that all day. Number 8, Adam Thielen. Yeah, I know. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "Fucking Juju's better than Adam Thielen." Well, so far he hasn't been. So Adam Thielen is $21. 16 more dollars than Juju, but Adam Thielen, I think, is as consistent. He's been really consistent the last 2 years. He's essentially the number 1 wideout. That team, they chuck the ball a lot, even more so than the Steelers. But so I got Thielen at number 8. Number 7, James Conner. James Conner, $5, awesome deal. The Steelers, they are a little more pass heavy, but they still run the ball a lot. So James Conner, breakout year last year without Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to continue to get better. He doesn't have like the flash and the flair of somebody like McCaffrey or Kamara or Barkley, but James Conner, super reliable. So I got Conner at number 7. Number 6, Deshaun Watson. Number 6, Deshaun Watson, $5. He's fucking $5, and when he's healthy, he has potential to be, a top 2 quarterback and a top 2 scorer in this entire league. He has that potential. Now, his offensive line, awful. His sack rate is like number 2 in the league, something like that. But he's a stud. He's got DeAndre Hopkins. He's got weapons, and he's just a stud. So number 6, I got Deshaun Watson. Number 5, Ezekiel Elliott. He's $35, which is why I don't have him higher. But he's led the league in rushing 2 out of the last 3 years. Hopefully they figure out his contract situation. All these trades I'm making, I'm just like praying that Zeke gets his contract done. Now, even if he doesn't get it done, I can still field Joe Mixon and Kerryon Johnson's, and I'm very comfortable doing that. But I would love to get me some Zeke back. But I got Zeke number 5, so top 5. Number 4, Christian McCaffrey, $15. Christian McCaffrey, stud. Lemke, I'm going to give you a lot of props here. I think you had the number 1 pick that year, 2 years ago. And it was basically Leonard Fournette was a consensus number 1 overall pick. You picked McCaffrey, not Fournette. And as of right now, yeah, that was the right decision. And that was a tough decision to make. So got to give you a lot of credit for that. Gar ended up with Fournette at 2, and I think I got Mixon at 3. And Fournette's been good, but been hurt a lot, and I don't know. But yeah, McCaffrey, $15. Number 3, Alvin Kamara, $7. It was a coin flip between McCaffrey and Kamara as far as best values. The reason I put Kamara a little higher is because he's half the price. $15, $7. I know it's not that big of a difference, but it is a player and a half. But Alvin Kamara, $7. He's in the perfect offense. You could not ask for a better offense for Alvin Kamara to be in, except probably Ezekiel Elliott. Like, those 2 running backs fit their offenses so well. He runs the ball really well. He catches the ball. The Saints throw the ball. They run the ball. They utilize Alvin Kamara so much. Not saying that they don't with McCaffrey, but if Cam Newton, if anything happens to him, they're not going to score as many points. McCaffrey's value is going to dip slightly, although he's going to be a stud. But I got Kamara number 3. Number 2, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, Saquon is not number 1 here. But he is number 2, $15. There's really nothing to say. He's a stud. He's a monster. Prusky, he will never trade him. Never. And I don't blame him. I mean, I wouldn't trade him either. I could offer him my entire team for Saquon. Prusky wouldn't do it. Prusky would be like, oh, Kaiser wants him for a reason. I'm not going to get rid of him. Which is why Prusky and I never get deals done. Because every time I want a player, Prusky just assumes that he's made of gold. So he just will never fucking trade me players. Number 1, the number 1 best value I have in Tailgate Legends Dynasty League is Patrick Mahomes. Now, I know you're asking yourself, well, he's a quarterback. All quarterbacks score points. Okay, guys. He scored 100 more points than the second highest player. 100. He scored so many fucking points, it makes me sick. He is $5. He is a $5 player, and he scores an insane amount of points. The difference between him and the field, the gap is so large when you talk about Patrick Mahomes in the field, at least last year. And maybe his numbers dip a little bit this year, but I just could not justify putting him anywhere else but number 1 because of the insane amount of points that he puts up. I don't give a fuck what position he plays. He puts up fucking points, and like I don't want to play against him ever. He alone can beat half the fucking teams in this league. So Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Those are my top 10 best values. Feel free to hit up the message board, the league chat. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anybody I left off. I think I got pretty much everybody on there that I thought should be on there, but I know you guys are gonna have different opinions. So to wrap this up, Again, next Friday, I'm going to make a video with my top 15 rookies in the rookie draft, where I would draft them, and but I'm not going to release it until we get past the top 15 rookies drafted. So, um, yeah, no, I'm really excited to get the league going again. We're in year 5, so from the original draft, every player that had a 2-year extension from the original draft, this is your last year, um, and then they're hitting free agency. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys in about a week and a half.